What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Listen, in this season and in this time, God says, trust Him in where you're going and where He's taking you. Trust Him in each and every form. There's so many things that's about to take place and change for your life. But it starts literally with you depending on Him. Everything you prayed about, everything you talked about, the relationship that you built with God is what you need to survive in all forms of the matter. Let me be clear with it. Let me be straight up with you. There's things that I prayed for. I'm a father, husband, educator. I'm in a position where I'm about to be a new father again because I have another child on the way. And I had to be deliberate with my prayers. I had to be deliberate with what I asked God for. I had to be deliberate with where I'm going. And I planted a seed and I commanded growth. I commanded so many things. And I surrendered it all to God and not being ashamed of where I stand. So with this, with what I asked, just as much as everybody else, I'm not anybody. My word to God is not just as great as yours, or I'm just a man that talking about his relationship with God and hoping that it will help change your life and your perspective. And I want you to understand that within everything that I had to deal with in life, I knew that I had to give things over to Him. I know I needed more money to make in my life. I know I needed to be in a better position with ministry and growth and prosperity, but all of that together, I had to choose to depend on God. I had to choose to be able to surrender. I had to choose to be willing to go down to that altar, no matter who's looking at me, not being ashamed and knowing that, hey, I need something fixed on the inside of me. I need something to grow on the inside of me. And I couldn't just sit there and just stay there and sit there like it's not something that I want to get rid of, and that I wanted with that, wanting a sincere relationship with God, seeking overflow, seeking understanding, seeking capability, and more. But it started with me being willing to let go of self, being willing to swallow my pride. And let me be real, I'm going to give you the blessings that came to me. I'm an educator. And as you know, with educators, we have to take this thing called the praxis. We have to take this test. And I was messing up on different tests. And one of my friends of mine called me. He said, hey, won't you look at the state of Arizona? And they've been helping the teachers in Tennessee get their licensure. I said, wait, I went to school in Arizona. My master's came from Arizona. And I called up to the Board of Education to try to figure out what's going on. And next thing I know, you know that they tell me that, hey, you are already passed for the content level version of your license because of the fact that you have a master's degree. You don't have to take that test. You need to take the mastery test so that you can have your full license. Part of your license was already given to you. And I was like, and I didn't know it. Then right after that, another school kept calling me, offering me more opportunity, offering me a greater advance, offering me so much more, figuratively, spiritually, financially, and all. man, I like, if God, if that's you, I need you to let me walk through that door. I walked through the door, talked to them, and I sat there. And I felt the presence of the God as I was sitting there within the building and sat still in it. And I say this to say, and no matter where you're standing, no matter where you're going, no matter what you're doing, if you give to God honestly, if you choose to be honest with Him and turn that thing over, you will really get what you're looking for. But it comes in relationship. It comes with full relationship, not partial relationship. You want that overflow blessing. You want that prosperity. You want all of this stuff, but you're not wanting the opportunity to be able to depend on God so you can get what you're after. You have to choose to spend time to get what you're after. Not necessarily what you see fit, but the gifts that are in you that God already had for you and the plans that God already had for you, it's not going to be always what you're wanting. It's going to be exactly what you're asking for, but not exactly in the measure that you thought. I never thought that I was going to be an educator. I was going to school to be a physical therapist. But lo and behold, because of good old financial aid was going slim, and to the point that I didn't have the money to do what I needed to do to be a physical therapist. But you know what? In the midst of all of that, God gave me another opportunity to where I can serve and do what I needed to do. But the funny thing is that when I was in my bachelor's degree, he already told me, he said, you're going to preach and you're going to teach. That's it. You're going to preach and you're going to teach. That's the assignment that he gave me. You're going to preach and you're going to teach. So that he never said on what level. Never said, hey, it's going to be here or there. No. This is the measure that you're going to go. Now, is this measures that I already like, that I already enjoy, helping others learn and grow? Yeah. Now, with this, what am I telling you? The gifts that God has for you that's built on the inside of you will be given to you. But you have to first be willing to have the relationship. For the overflow that you're wanting to happen in your life, you must be willing to meet God where He is with you. And just like a second ago when I was talking to God about the fact that other school is calling me and all this stuff is happening, I was like, God, if this is really what you want me to do? He said, trust where I'm taking you. Believe in what I'm doing for you. I like the fact that I can hear God say, trust where I'm taking you. Because what God has for you is truly just for you. And I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to let you go. What are you missing? What are you choosing not to listen to God about? What window are you looking through? Take the time, listen to God, and watch how the overflow in your life happens. It starts with you being willing to sit still and listen.